up?
Alan Wayne, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good.
Alan Wayne Cunningham. How you doing, man?
Well, I'm sitting here talking to you, so I'm still above dirt.
See, you're breathing air, you're moving it, and you're not asleep in the dirt waiting. So, what's going on?
Right.
Brad, tell us what's going on here, brother.
Well, I'm at the behest of my friend here. He's probably one of all the people I know with all the levels of education and experience in the world. This summit right here can tell you more stories than anybody in the world because he's been there and done it. He's been everywhere you've ever imagined. You want to know about the mountains? He can tell you about the mountains. You want to know about the sea? He can tell you about the sea. You want to know about the flat land? He can tell you about that. That makes sense. So.
Damn, Red, you make me sound like a know-it-all, man.
You ain't a know-it-all, but you're smart.
Yeah, one of them people I don't like.
Well, let me tell you something. Now, let me make this expression is, a know-it-all may just be someone who has experienced life. I believe, me and Brad have talked about you and some of his family. Some of y'all have experienced life to a more extreme level than we have. I didn't sit at home. I found my own path. But, dude, you have lived the life of, you have stories that blow people's mind. Now, I worked at the paper mill, at GP and this and that, and I heard electricians and mechanics and truck drivers, and they have told me the craziest stories. But you've lived them. You want to share some with us, please?
Well, I'd like to, but I don't know what subject to get on today. Man, I guess we'll just have to talk and fall on one of them.
I'm going to tell you what all three of us really like is
titties and beer.
Titties and beer. So I was going to say titties first, but now I thought about...
Oh, yeah.
Hey, but let's do something safer than that.
Thank God I ain't queer. I love titties and beer.
Yeah. Hey,
anyway.
So what about distillation?
There we go.
Can't publish distillation is what
we cannot publish titties and beer. Let's get to a subject, please.
We can talk about titties and beer.
Oh,
we can talk about how we're not going to do titties and beer.
Oh no, I love titties and beer.
Guys, we can't do titties and beer. Titties and beer is not allowed in this bar. You understand me?
All right. Well, then, Brad,
you
will direct us to what we would like to talk about, man. But I like titties and beer.
I'm joking.
I know you are. Go ahead, seriously. This is a good conversation, so please, y'all pick something. Let's go.
All three of us would rather be sitting somewhere in a cabin, somewhere with popcorn cutting maybe, distilling something. We'll be all night. And Alan Wayne, I'm going to let you lead it off from there. You can go, and then I want Donald to tell us about how he would talk about it. But, man, because you guys, Alan Wayne, go ahead. I'm going to shut the hell up.
I don't know what we guys are doing, but yes, Brad, please shut the hell up and let him talk.
I don't know what to say right yet. I'm listening.
Do you like bourbon? You like moonshine? How's moonshine made? Tell me how moonshine's made. Temperatures. What you got to put in? What you got to bring up to a temperature? Just give me. If you were going to sit down today and you're going to make me some extra strong drink, how would you do it? Mm-hmm. How would you do it?
So you mean like from the time I start mashing
from corn
to the time it's distilled?
It's from corn to sugar to distilled to temperature. He's asking you to teach him how to make moonshine. You got to have the corn, the sugar, the yeast, the temperature, the coals in the cold water to, calm down that, he wants you to teach him how to make moonshine. We all like that.
Hey, what's your mash bill too? If you're going to use corn, or you're going to use something else? Give it to us.
There you go.
Honestly, I'm going to use three things. I'm going to use 10 pounds of corn, 5 pounds of barley, 2 pounds of rye. Malted rye. Multi-grain whiskey.
Now you got my attention there because I love that because you doing some that's like to be bourbon you got to have 51% and I know you got 51% there. You got probably about 70%. What is your mash bill? Do you know those numbers for it? What is those numbers?
I just told you the grain numbers.
I know it. Yeah. I don't know math like that. I'm a dumb son, big Donald. What is that math?
Well, I go by poundage.
Well, what he's talking about is it's a ratio. He is, quoting so many pounds of corn to rye to yeast to stuff.
Creates a ratio.
I
know that, but look, we're talking backwoods. I'm talking like batch, Jack Daniels, Jim Beam. They have a batch. We're talking backwoods mash. The thing that you put, the thing you put in your backyard to make something for, you make a quart for your neighbor, a half a gallon for a party, for a wedding. I want the old school recipe. Now, don't put it here, but you know what we're trying to say. It's the old school recipe of liquor, which was the foundation of moonshine in this country. People
which was corn, sugar, and yeast.
Yes, it's corn, sugar, and the starches turned to, there you go. I mean,
right.
Clue us into the cooking of that. Just what would you do to make a unique product? I mean, something that is like what he said. Popcorn had a special recipe. Well, I mean, we know so many others that do. So you have a ratio, but you add a few things. So if you're an outlaw, there you go.
I personally have thought about doing a coffee flavored, kind of like that one guy had done. I think his name is Josh something. Anyway, but you strain your mash into your still. Okay, your still comes over to a thumper keg. All right, then your thumper keg comes over to your worm, which is going down through the water to cool it off, and it comes out what I call the money spout. Okay. You leave the lid off your still as it's coming up to temperature while you got the fire under it. You'll see it start steaming. Now here is the trick to not having to throw your heads. You let it steam until it gets up to around 155 to 160 degrees. Then you put the lid on it.
Now I just want to point this out. The heads are what will kill your ass. That is
make you go blind, make you act crazy.
Yes. The heads is what you do not want with at-home distillation. I just want to point that out. Please go ahead.
I think that you may haul that what those heads are. I think we talked about that last night. But go on with the process. If you want to throw
the heads are pure ethanol.
Yeah.
That will fucking make you go blind. It'll kill you. I mean, you can touch it with your finger and dab it on your tongue, just to check it. It's got no flavor except alcohol. That's it, like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, gasoline. It tastes. Gasoline, pure ethanol. I mean, the heads is what kills people. The distillation process is simple, but at the same time, that's why it's dangerous. And that's why, hey, those outlaws, they made that money.
But see, once it hits 176 degrees, you turn your fire to a level. You keep it at 176 degrees. That way, the water don't the moisture don't come up because water turns into steam at 212. Alcohol turns into steam, gas, at 174 to 180 degrees. So you want to keep it around that 174 to 176 mark. That way you don't get it too hot.
There you go.
It's gonna come over and it's gonna start going into this thumper. Now where the thumper comes in is where I want to do my deal. I want to put coffee beans, a very bold coffee in that thumper.
So the thumper is where you add whatever flavor you want to add to
Flavoring,
the quote,
yes.
unquote. Yes, it's
Right.
where you
Right.
change the flavor of the moonshine. Okay,
Right.
there you go. Please.
Once it steams into there and gets hot up to that steaming point, it's going to be a liquid. Then, and when it comes into there, and then it's going to turn back into a steam and go right back out, and it's going to condensate in that worm and then start running out the money spout. And when it starts running out there, you let it run about a half pint. You throw that off. That's your heads. And then after that, you got what they call hearts.
Yeah,
Now,
the first quart is the one that makes you go blind. Then you got the heart. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
well, about a half a pint, actually.
Yeah, it's not much, but it's enough. If you're not aware of it, you will kill people. So go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to know how much of it let run out. But anyway, once it starts coming out that money spout, if you got a 5-gallon still, you're going to run about 1.5 gallons of liquor. Once you hit that 1.5 gallons to 1.25 gallons, you're done. You might as well shut it down and let her cool down because you ain't going to get no more good alcohol.
Now you're
The
down to
hearts
what
is
they
where
call their tailings, right? The
Right.
tailings.
That would be the tails. Actually, the tails is where your flavor is. So you let a little bit of it run. That way, when you temper it, you can temper it down to about 100 proof and get your flavor in it too.
Right, your tailings.
Your
is
hearts
what
is your strength. Your tails is your
flavor. Yes,
Right.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And
So
your tailings is where your flavor comes from. I mean, if you want it peachy, then make it peach. If you want it almond, cinnamon, I mean, pick your flavor.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got a question, guys. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So now this thumper, does that add anything in terms? I heard Popcorn Sutton talking about there's a secondary distillation.
it's a second
process.
distillation. Yeah.
Yeah. So that can
That's why
increase
his alcohol was so potent yet smooth and flavorful. It had a high alcohol by volume, a high proof, but it was smooth. It wasn't real hot, and it was flavorful.
Yeah, I mean, Popcorn did the old school distillation.
Yeah,
the
he did
double
it with a fire.
Yeah, he did a double distillation. That's why the man is so famous. He found a way to do a old school fire burned double distillation, and that's why the man's famous.
Hey, but Donald. Hey, Donald.
Go ahead, brother.
You know this for sure. You and I have both had 170 from a guy.
Oh God, yes. And, oh shit. I don't want no more. No more. No more.
I mean, I don't even know. To me, you need to put that stuff in the barrel. To me, for about 25 years, and then put some water in it later on and put it down to about 95. I love it 95.
Oh,
95 is where I like it. I don't know about you.
Well, now I will have to say that brew we had, which was from our buddy down in Louisiana. Oh, geez, that was some good shit, and that shit hit so hard, but
Yeah,
so
about 2
very
shots of it
good.
make the top of your head hot.
Oh, geez, I have sweated like a motherfucker after one drink. Okay, it's like, did I just eat, cayenne pepper?
Well, they are making different flavors like that now. They even got some that's jalapeno flavored. They got moonshine pickles.
Yeah, I don't need any of those. I mean, I've seen
I tried
those.
some of them.
Well, that reminded me back to the 70s. We had a jungle juice thing. You'd pour Everclear and, just orange slices. And,
all kinds of fruits, all kinds of clear liquors. Yeah, we made it.
Yeah, well, now they have take moonshine, just pure ethanol, and, pickled stuff. And, hey, I was always about with jungle juice eating the fruit because the fruit absorbs that alcohol.
Absorbs the alcohol, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love some good
now
juice.
we go to talking about that. Right there in Crossett, I had an old friend. He's dead now. His name, Brad might know him. You might know him. I don't know.
Tell me his name.
His name was Frankie Dodd.
Frank Dodd.
Frankie Dodd. Yes.
I know
Worked out
Frank
at the
Dodd.
paper mill.
Oh, I know Frank Dodd, but not Frankie.
Mhm.
But there's Anyway, go ahead, please.
He had a daughter
I'm
named
not gonna tell you
Samantha.
right now, but I know you know this guy. We'll talk about later. Go ahead and tell us that story.
Well, our cousin Robbie was in the car with him when he got killed. He was driving the car.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember who you're talking about, but please continue.
Yeah. Anyway, he lived over on Ben's Loop for years. But anyway, he taught me how to actually make, well, we used elderberries, but he taught me how to make elderberry wine when I was, in my early 20s. And quite frankly, you can take any kind of wine that you make from fruit. It's nothing but a fermentation process, and then you strain it, and then you temper it a little with like grape juice or something like that, and then bottle it. Well, but you can take that, any kind of fermented fruit and stuff like that, all you got to do is distill it, and you got brandy. A low-proof brandy with a lot of flavor. It's the same process.
That double distillation that takes the flavor out of it for sure.
Double distillation would take the flavor out of it.
And hey, I had some of that Jameson back in March, and I hated it because it was triple distilled. It tastes like fucking vodka.
Well, Jameson's one of the oldest Irish whiskeys ever made. It's one of the original.
I know, but it's triple distilled, and to me it tastes like vodka. Whatever you put in it, so like you better don't come with thinking have an Irish drink with it, like Scotch. To me, it's nothing like Scotch. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Oh no, it ain't nothing like Scotch. But Scotch is an entity all its own. But as far as making moonshine, I still make a little wine every now and then. But in Texas, it's legal to even make up. It's legal for you to make up to 2 gallons of wine, moonshine, or home brew for your own personal use.
I mean, you can distill it in Texas. You probably can in Texas. It's different where I'm at.
On a small scale, like 2 to 3 gallons. You're legal with 2 to 3 gallons for your own personal use.
Well, see, and let me throw this in here, is, that was my understanding with home distillation, is regardless if it was beer or whiskey, you could have 2 or 3 gallons for your personal use. Now, if you made more than that, which is what we've been talking about, is how many, gallons of this for the mix and the distillation and the heads and how many gallons do you make to sell? That's what is actually going to be what's going to get your ass busted.
Right.
The few things between is okay,
Right.
But I like your idea of how you would make massive amounts.
Yeah.
I see. We're talking about massive amounts, and also trying to say we make 2 or 3 gallons for ourselves.
Right.
Don't be too open here.
Exactly. Well, massive amounts or small amounts or whatever amount, I wouldn't be too damn open with it anyway, I'm a very quiet person anyway, so,
There you go. See, we're good.
I ain't too quiet on this phone, but you know what? Don't nobody know where the hell I'm at either. So.
Hey, again, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page. So, hey, Alan.
Yeah.
Mr. Trucker Guy, that's what I call you.
And trucker guy. See, that's what I'm trying to say is like, nobody actually knows who we're talking about.
Well, at the very beginning, but I'll always set it out. They go, "Who is this? Please tell us who it is." We'll never tell you that. Anyway, so,
yeah, you wouldn't rat me out like that, huh?
Hey, let me ask you something. Have I ever rated your ass out before?
Hell no.
Well, I hadn't. But now, I know the people that have ratted me out. I got their phone number, too, in my phone. So.
Hey, Brad. Stop being mad.
Somebody ratted you out?
Because there's some people that Antonio wants to get into a headlock. I'm not getting them into a headlock. Pound the head into the ground. Okay, but anyway, so.
All right, don't make me bring out Ahmed.
Bring him out. You bring him out right fucking now. You bring out fucking Ahmed. I want to speak to fucking Ahmed. Bring this fucker out right now. Where's he from?
No, it ain't nothing like that. Hey, I appreciate
Bring out him.
Surely, I really.
Bring him out.
Yeah, he is Punjabi.
Let me tell you something, you fucking Ahmed. I'll get you in the fucking headlock.
I appreciate you. Put your phone on the table now.
No, I'm not going to put anything on the table other than my dick, and someone else will suck it. Oh, my God, you quit sucking my dick. Hey, see, you don't stop all this, okay?
I want to hear Alan say, Ahmed, bring him out.
I love y'all. I love Ahmed. I love Ahmed because it creates dissension. Ahmed is worried about you motherfuckers blow yourselves up on your own time.
Boom.
Okay. All right. So now we hold on. Okay. So we get this liquor we created. Now, a lot of people like to weight it down with water, and they like to put flavoring into it, like you're talking about. And that's very big selling right now. Women love it. A lot of men love it.
I know. It makes them take their clothes off.
But you can't. Right. Well, you can't drink regular moonshine, though. You got to have it flavored down.
Flavored, which is what I was getting at. Is oh my gosh! I mean, we watch the moonshine people. They make so many flavors, and that's what I was getting back to. The jungle juice. I have bought the moonshine that has pickles in it, just to eat the damn pickles.
Yeah.
The pineapple. It's amazing like that. They have missed, the current generation has missed the the moonshine thing is, it's not the same thing as just drinking alcohol. I mean, it's picking. Do you want the tang of the pineapple or do you want the tart of the pickle? Would you like a pepper involved? There's so many flavors in it. All we wanted was like, tell you what, Brad and I and several other friends, we would buy 1 6-pack of good beer, drink that shit, get numb, and then we would drink the white label, black label beer.
I've drank, man, when I didn't make much money and I wanted to get a buzz and drink, I'd buy Mad Dog 2020, Strawberry Hill, you know, cheap shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's what I was asking is, do you remember the white label with black labels on it, beer? I remember seeing
I believe
that.
I do.
Generic beer. I mean, you know, you had white cans, black labels, full filtered cigarettes, light cigarettes, beer.
Oh, yeah. No name brand fucking cigarettes. No name brand beer.
See, there was a small time there that we talk about. Go ahead.
I got a question. Alan, can I use your name at the very front or do I need to edit it out?
Hey, I could be Alan Alda. Who knows?
Hey! Oh, I like Alan Alda. Okay, so you're Alan Alda. Yeah. I love you and MASH. Go ahead.
MASH. That's going to
Brad, please continue.
But he doesn't even, nobody who listens to this even knows who the fuck you're talking about. Alan Alda. Are you?
Oh, God, I hope they do because, I'll be disappointed.
They don't. Okay.
Don, they probably don't.
So
think about the world we're living in.
Go ahead, Brad, please.
Yes or no?
What?
Am I editing? Am I going to go to edit the fucking file or what?
What? Did you ask me a question?
Yes.
What did you say?
I said, am I going to have to edit your name out of this file because Donald mentioned it, or am I going to, leave it in there?
Believe me, he didn't even realize I mentioned it. Go ahead, Brad. I mean...
I didn't hear it, so ain't nobody else heard it either.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't worried
so go ahead. Believe me, he's not worried about it.
Let's talk about some alien shit then. I want to get that. If y'all are all
alien,
everybody knows who I am. I'm like, you know, everybody's like, oh, you're the high guy. I'm like, I guess. Anyway, so what do you think?
I'm White Boy Slim.
What? So
I'm White Boy Slim.
Well, do you think? Well, do you think that Brad is a backdoor Slim?
It depends on whose back door he's going in.
Well, I'm not worried about his back door. It's more about the alien thing. Is okay. So we were trying to add you into here because you've got a very good information of the world currently.
Hey, whoa. Y'all talking about all this shit. I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about.
I'm waiting for you to join in.
Look here. I want to know hey, like a lot of airplane pilots, have you ever seen some crazy shit out there? Are people just making shit up? You travel. How many miles?
God, thank you, Brad, for stepping in. Gee.
Hey, how many miles do you think you travel? Thank you're welcome, though. Let me say one thing. Antonio's got to say something. These crazy fuckers don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Alan Wayne, you can take over the microwave now.
I just started the microwave.
Well, tell me about your microwave. I just want some conversation.
It's just one of them little bitty motherfuckers that you put in up here in my big truck. So I'm sitting here looking at it, count off. I'm heating water to make me some coffee.
Oh, well, that's good, man. So, so while you're on the road, do you have to deal with a bunch of BS? I mean, can you just exist and drive the road and do your job? Because I know whenever,
No, I can't
was
drive
working,
just for me.
well, that's what I was getting at. Let's start a different subject. Now, when I worked for Georgia Pacific, I got into the diving project, and I was the main guy that solved their technical problems for this diamond thing. Now, the rest of the plant is shut down. Diamond's the only thing running. I busted my ass to make this work. So, do you feel like you are attributing to this, or are you just a driver? Are you a helper? Are you actually making yourself happier?
I'm the captain of this ship, and I couldn't be happier anywhere else than in the cab of this truck.
By damn God. Speak that shit, brother.
Now,
Well, all I can do is be truthful about my job now.
No, that's all
I picked this career for a reason. I didn't do it to get rich, because you're a truck driver. You ain't gonna get fucking rich. You're not even an operator.
Well, see, and there you go.
Hey,
So
let
you
me
are
argue with
actually
you.
getting to where
Let me
that.
say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this. He's fucking lying. He probably makes more than most of us talking on his telephone right now.
Dude, I only make about 85 to 90,000 a year. That's all I make.
That's not bad at all. But I
Yeah.
guarantee you, if you look at the whole audience out here, that's a lot of damn money. And your wife probably makes about the same thing. So, like,
Yeah.
truck drivers, you can't look down.
Shit, she makes more than I do. That bitch drives harder than I do. I'm a lazy motherfucking driver. She gets out there
now,
muscles.
now, hold on now. I'm going to point something out. Do not call your wife a bitch. That's not polite. Okay?
No, I called her.
Now, that's just
I called her a
me.
motherfucker. I called her a
Well,
motherfucker.
whatever.
And a
Okay,
bitch.
well, yeah, I'm just saying.
Hey,
me
let me tell you about
personally-
those girls out in Texas, Donald. Those girls out
Uh,
in Texas are a lot different than these girls over here. They whoop his ass
And
and
they-
get out of line.
I
They would
well,
have him in the
and
fucking
hey-
headlock. He'd be like Antonio, I'm going to get him in the fucking headlock. I'm going to kick his fucking ass. And I'm going to send him back to the barn.
Dude,
That's what they said.
let me tell you
Well,
something. I took
and I
my
understand
wife to a bar one time. One time. That was it. I won't take her back. And if I do, I'm going to sit back off in the corner and just let everything pass me by and drink, and then we'll leave, whatever, But I'm not going to mingle. But
Yeah.
I ain't playing pool, because
Yep.
I had two guys I was playing pool with. I lost the first game. So he wanted to play me again. Okay, well, the drunker I get, the better I play. All right.
Yeah.
Right on.
Go
The
ahead.
next
Go ahead.
game-
Right on.
The next game, he wanted to bet $15. Okay, whatever. So we bet $15. His buddy held the money. I damn near run the table on him and still won the game. He got 2 shots, and I won the game. He broke, didn't make a ball. I damn near run the table. He missed another shot. He made 2 or 3 balls, missed one, and I knocked 8 ball in. He wanted to accuse me of hustling him. I told him I did not hustle you. I do not.
He just
play
wanted your
fucking pool.
booty.
Yeah.
He just wanted your booty. That's all they wanted.
His buddy gonna stand there with him. Me and him standing there yakking back and forth. He made the comment, "I'm gonna whoop your ass." Well, by the time he gets out of his mouth, I'm the kind of motherfucker, by the time he gets it out of his mouth, I'm already jacked back. I'm fixing to hit this sumbitch already. My wife comes Superman over my head, and Superman punched that motherfucker